Woo! So, this is what it looks like all done. I hope you enjoyed all my tutorials, hope they were helpful to you, and your costume turns out exactly the way you want it. Now we have a complete costume. I'm going to kind of go over tips that I've learned from wearing this costume for 4 years at Comic-Con. Tip number 1, never touch your face. You have crap tons of makeup on, it's going to get all over your gloves, and once it gets all over your gloves, it's going to get all over everywhere else. Tip number 2, try to always be with a friend. Because this costume is really difficult to put on all by yourself, and it's really hard to like touch stuff, to get your money out, open a water bottle. It's nice to have a friend to help you just with all of those little things that you don't think you're gonna need help with, but you do. Tip number 3, always have a small bag. This is the bag I use. It's really small. I can fit a water bottle, my wallet, my phone, and my ID in here. That's all you need. You need something to carry around all your stuff. Make sure it's small so it doesn't get too heavy. Tip number 4, bring lots of snacks and water. This costume is very uncomfortable to wear. Although it might look really nice, it's not that comfortable. It's really tight. You're wearing a bodysuit. It's kind of hard to move. Your arms and especially your shoulders get really sore after a while. You want lots of water and lots of food so you're not cranky. Tip number 5, with all those snacks and water you're bringing, make sure you bring a straw. You want to be able to put a straw in a soda or a water bottle so you don't ruin your makeup. And with all those snacks, make sure they're easy to eat with your makeup on. Finger foods work great, like goldfish or little animal crackers. PB&J sandwiches are always delicious and easy to make. Tip number 6. While we're on the topic of food, never buy food inside the convention center. It's most likely nasty, doesn't taste very good, is not very good for you, and it's going to make you feel sick afterwards. Plus the lines are always really, really long for overpriced, really crappy food. Walk out of the convention center, go downtown. Most of the little restaurants right there who make really amazing food have Comic-Con specials. Show them your ID and you get a really good discount on the food. Or you can just bring your own lunch, mostly what I do, because it's nice to always have a lunch there so you can eat when you're ready and you get to stay inside the convention center where it's cool and has air conditioning. Tip number 7. Although this costume might not really be very hot, it gets very hot. This material is very breathable, but you get really hot because literally no skin is showing. Your hands are covered, your face is covered with makeup, your head is covered. I have 2 layers on here. I've got the one hood on to protect my hair and then this hood on that has a zipper. It gets hot. Make sure you take lots of little breaks. Go upstairs, find an empty hallway or an empty staircase somewhere and just sit down and take a break. Tip number 8. These things get in the way everywhere. I'm just walking around my house. I hit them on the door frame, I hit them in the door, next to a window, on the tree next to the hallway. Everybody runs into these. So whenever I go through a crowded hallway, I go like this and I smoosh them closer to my face so they don't go everywhere. This is literally how I walk through Comic-Con. Tip number 9. Always bring your makeup with you. I always bring the pencil eyeliner to touch up my lips or my eyes if they need it. And I always bring the white face paint. You could bring the setting powder. It's not really going to be necessary if you just like touch your face and have a little swoosh of skin showing. Just dab it up with some of the white paint. You don't really need to set the whole thing afterwards. I also bring extra of the spirit gum in case my mask falls off and I need to glue it back on. Tip number 10. Okay, it's not really a tip, but it's definitely more fun to do this. Go with friends who are coordinated with your costume. Kevin wears his red hood when I wear this. I have friends that go as Ivy, Catwoman, and one of my friends one year did the Nurse Joker. It's always more fun to have people around you that match your costume. Tip number 11. Have a camera. Either a real camera or a camera on your phone. Always carry it with you because you're probably going to see lots of awesome costumes and you're also going to have a lot of people want to take pictures of your costume, and if you see like another Ivy or a Catwoman or another Harley or a Joker, you want to take a picture with them and you don't just want everybody else taking a picture, you want a picture for yourself. So just be nice, pull out your phone or your camera, hand it to someone in the crowd, preferably a friend who's walking around with you and be like, yo bro, don't steal my camera, I know you. Take a picture for me please. Tip number 12. This tip is about your badge. Okay, so we're gonna pretend this is a Comic-Con badge. They usually give it to you like this. It's on a holder, on a lanyard. This ruins your costume. I don't care who you are, this looks bad for a costume. So normally what I do with my badge is I take it off of the little lanyard thing, put that in my backpack, whatever. And these either come with pins or those little hooks. I prefer the pin because you know you're not gonna lose it. The hook could come off. For me, the most convenient place for me to pin this is on the back side of my collar. So I either pin it back here, so that way you can't see it from the front when you're taking a picture, but when you walk into the exhibit hall, they're like, where's your badge? You just go like this. Plain sight, everyone can see it except for the cameras. Tip number 13, take a sewing kit with you. This is my sewing kit. I got it at Michael's in the dollar section. The scissors I actually paid, they were $12 for. I got really nice scissors that are small, they fold up and they fit in this pack. It comes with needles, sewing pins, different colors of threads, some snaps and buttons. I don't know if you're gonna need that. Maybe you will. Every single year I've had some part of my costume come undone. Either if it's a seam or one of the diamonds starts falling off, or this seam rips, or one of these come off. You want something to be able to fix your costume on the spot. Tip number 14. Saturday is the biggest day. You kind of want to wear your best costume. This is my best costume. This is my most fun costume. But I also like to go to the masquerade. Who doesn't like going to the masquerade, right? But you do not want to go to the masquerade looking like this. Tip number 15. And because this gets so uncomfortable, we want to bring a change of clothes. This is for two reasons. One, because you're just uncomfortable and want to wear something really comfy. Number two, because this rips and you have no other choice but to change clothes. So because you're wearing all this and it's kind of hard to take the whole thing off, what I always do is I bring a change of a t-shirt and a change of pants. I keep my hood, my face paint, my mask, and my collar on and just wear a black t-shirt, and actually I wear Batman boxers. And it's still kind of cute. You still look like you're in costume, you're just wearing a gag costume. So this is my change of shirt. It's actually a Harley, which is also really cute, and you still look like you're in costume. I actually screen printed these in my screen printing class. I have them up for sale on my Etsy. So this is usually how I go to the masquerade, is like this in my t-shirt. Sometimes I will take off my face paint and my hood. Just depends on how lazy I'm feeling. Okay, I think that's it. If I think of any more little tips or suggestions, I will put them in the description down below. These are all just little things that I've found after wearing this costume for 4 years that really help to make the day go by easier. Have a good Comic-Con, and I will hope to see you there.